system. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Losers Lounge podcast. It is I, the heelist of Balor, Sin Balor, Prince Balor. You should all know the freaking rest. And it is great to be here on the next...
Christian. No, that's me. That's me, dude.
Oh, shit. Sorry, for a second, I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of ages, it is I, the Double R, Reister Ryan. Welcome to the next edition of the...
No, that's wrong.
Oh.
Yes.
What's going on, folks? This is your boy, Connor Riley, back with another video for you.
Christian, did you once again go to the gas station and stay there?
Okay, this time I did not drive to any gas station because, for one thing, you took the keys to my car.
I don't drive.
Well, you took the keys anyways. I don't know where you put them.
I gave them to you.
Okay, well, I'm none of those guys?
No.
Right. Oh, I forgot. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Long Neck Josh, back with a canvas critique.
Okay, Christian, I think you need to go lay down. And find your freaking bed because you are really, really out of it today. You want me to take over today? Do you want to go lay down?
No, I think I can do this, all right? I think I could do this. Hold on a minute. Let me quickly. Okay, just hit myself in the face. There we go. Oh, now I remember what I need to do. Okay. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the next edition of the Losers Lounge podcast. It is I, Christian freaking Maracle. Much better.
And there we go. Much better.
Hope you guys love that little comedy act, because I love doing some comedy acts.
Yep.
It's a small crowd today, folks, for the Losers Lounge podcast, but it's also a very cold day for a lot of us, especially those in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take this quick moment before we get started on our podcast to give a shout-out to those losers who are not here. KELSEY, Connor, Ryan, they're currently battling Mother Nature in form of... Well, actually, I think, honestly, Elsa got pissed off and then used her freezing powers all over Texas. She was supposed to let it go already.
Well, she let it go, all right. She let it go.
Unfortunately, everybody suffered. Anyways, yeah, folks, our bro, Connor Riley, there was a time he was out of power for like 3 days, I think. I don't know if he still is out of power, but...
the last time I talked to him, he said he was still out of power.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's out of power. Kelsey's out of power. The last time I talked to her was actually yesterday. I texted her, and she's currently in a hotel. Ryan, poor guy, had to spend his freaking birthday in this crap. So
yeah, folks, February 16th marked the Double R Reister Ryan's birthday. So take this moment and say happy belated birthday in the comments. But also, hope help everybody down there bundled up and stayed cool. Willie, did you get some snow in Alabama?
Yes, we did. We got some snow here in good old sweet home Alabama.
Unfortunately,
had some fun.
Unfortunately, it wasn't as bad as Texas. So you got the snow, and you were like, "Yay, fun snow day! Let's have some fun outside."
Yeah, we got some snow right here. It's pretty cool.
And up here in Toronto, folks, we got a crap load of snow to the point where I had to literally dig out my car, and then I spent hours digging out my car because of all the snow. It was buried like retribution. But when I tried to get it started, I realized it was buried and it was never going to work anymore. And then I realized Willie stole my keys.
Yeah, I stole his keys. I don't know where I put them, though.
Yeah.
I'm doing the ride.
Yeah. Well, how about this? Once Ryan and the others managed to get back, I'm pretty sure Ryan would have a keen eye when it comes to car keys.
Exactly.
But, folks, to everybody who's watching this right now, if you're in Texas where it was hit the most when it comes to the snowstorm, please stay cool. Please stay safe, especially amidst we're still in the COVID-19 pandemic. Do what you can to stay safe, and most importantly, to stay warm as well. We're praying for you, and we hoping you guys get your power back if you are out of power, because millions were affected with no power.
Christian, I think you mean stay warm. You said stay cool.
Stay cool, stay warm, same thing.
There you go.
But regardless, I just want to make sure that everybody is, Everybody's going to stay safe, stay warm. There, I said stay warm. And most importantly, sit back and enjoy the Losers Lounge podcast. Sip some hot cocoa if you got some.
Well, I have a Pepsi right beside me, and I have my lunch right in front of me, so I guess that counts.
And I've got a Mountain Dew with me. Which reminds me, folks, this podcast is presented by Mountain Dew. Drink it, damn it.
Yeah.
All right, we got two things to talk about, folks. We are reviewing the events of NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day, and then it's going to be followed by our predictions to WWE Elimination Chamber, which is taking place this upcoming Sunday. And I'll start off by saying the NXT TakeOver Vengeance was a fantastic show, wasn't it, Willie?
Definitely.
I know for a fact you probably will have a lot to say about the main event. And the aftermath of said main event as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, the rest of the folks, they're not here. It's just us two. We were not hit as hard as Texas, so we are here to represent the Losers Lounge. But the rest of the lounge, like Ryan, Connor, Kelsey, they want us to tell you they love y'all and they miss y'all.
Most definitely.
Especially Kelsey. She hasn't been here in almost 2 years.
I know, right?
That's okay, though. But anyway, let's going to get started with the Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, which is the first time ever that we had this. And Willie, how great was it? We got to witness more history for women's wrestling.
History for the right reasons. And it was really good. Showcased the win. And just put them on a bigger pedestal and a bigger stage. And I really enjoyed the match.
The participants, of course, Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart versus Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Dakota and Raquel got the win, and they became the first ever Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners. Congratulations to them, and now they will be challenging Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the Women's Tag Team Championship at a later date, which I'm hoping will be WrestleMania.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, you think that. That's not happening.
Let me guess. You're hoping for like the Fastlane pay-per-view, maybe?
No, it's not happening. Actually, it's happening in like 2 weeks.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's happening in 2 weeks on NXT.
Oh, well, then again, I am stupid.
Nah. I kind of felt stupid too when they were like, "Oh, you're not doing it at WrestleMania."
That would have been great, honestly. That would have been great if they did it at WrestleMania. You want to showcase the women's tag team and everything, and make them look actually really cool? Do this.
Mm-hmm.
It would suck.
Showcase.
But I want to say, though, can we just take a moment and say the one person we could be most impressed with in that match was Raquel Gonzalez.
She's really come into her own as a character and as a wrestler. I'm really becoming a big fan of her.
After what she did at NXT War Games when she won the War Games match by pinning Io Shirai, she should be challenger for the Women's Championship. Maybe she still has that chance.
I think so.
But I'm like, and then she absolutely dominated a majority of this match with Ember and Shotzi.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dakota with her Sasha Banks looking hair from like the 2016 days. Did you notice that? It's like she got the pink hair just like Sasha did in 2016.
Correct.
And I'm like, she realized, oh crap, Sasha has blue hair this time. Now's my chance. Anyways, yeah, Dakota was occasionally involved in that, but a majority of the time it was Raquel Gonzalez, and she absolutely dominated, and it was amazing. I enjoyed that match very, very much. It was great, and Dakota Raquel deservedly got the win. It was a great back and forth action, like 20 minutes long, just to kick things off. They make history.
Yep.
Yo, Balor, what did you think of this match?
As you said, Christian, a really back and forth match. Very competitive. Going into it, I actually thought that we were going to have the baby faces win in Shotzi and Ember, but obviously that didn't happen. I was a little bit upset, not going to lie. But this match was really good. There are a few hiccups in the match, a little botch here and there, but yeah, they picked up the pace, and I really enjoyed it. And rightful winners, even though, of course, I wanted Shotzi and Ember to win, but yeah, they really showcased this match. Well done. Well done. Well deserving, too.
Not to mention Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. They were more... when it comes to you look at the entire bracket, you're like, well, they're more of the legitimate tag team than everybody else.
They are.
I mean, sure, we got the Way, but the Ways hardly existed.
Exactly.
So, we're going to move on to the next match, which was my favorite one, honestly. The NXT North American Championship as Johnny Gargano defended against Kushida for like 25 to 30 minutes. And I love that before the... What did you think of before the match happened? When the way we're making their entrance,
my gosh.
You saw what happened to Austin Theory?
That was so funny. So they're making their entrance, right? And they do this weird jumping thing where they're hugging each other. They're hugging like, we gotta do this. They're rallying, crying, whatever the heck that was.
I think Johnny Gargano called it, this is the dance. This is the dance.
That is the weirdest dance I've ever seen.
It looked like they were jumping up and down or something, as if they all had to go to the bathroom at the same time.
Like, what the heck was that?
I mean,
that was just so
if the
weird.
Losers Lounge came up with their own hype-up dance, we'd do something better than that.
Yep, exactly.
But anyways, tell the audience what happened after that.
Afterwards, of course, we had Dexter Lumis kidnap Austin Theory by putting a cloth over his face and dragging him away, which I found freaking hilarious. But yeah,
I assume that
was hilarious.
That he roofied him or something.
Yes.
I got Dexter Lumis with a hell of a stealth skill, huh?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Not only did he take out Austin Theory, but nobody else noticed he was gone until they were on the stage.
I know, right?
And honestly, I was thinking throughout the match that because of the whole Dexter Lumis kidnapped Austin Theory, at some point Austin would be shown running away from Dexter or something, but then he would cause an interference in the actual match. And I was afraid that they were going to do that.
I didn't have any thoughts about that going into the match when that happened.
So yeah, the one thing that was funny though is on the stage, Johnny Gargano looked for a high five from Austin Theory or something, then realized he was gone.
That was so funny.
Indy Hartwell, I think that's what her name is.
Mm-hmm.
The moment everybody realized Austin was missing, Indy Hartwell immediately looked on the stage floor as if she was expecting Austin to be laying down on the floor.
Exactly.
If you're looking for him, look around the area, but keep your eyes on the same level. Don't look below or something.
Mm-hmm.
So Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell were sent back to go look for Austin, and we never heard from them again.
Yep.
But what I will say is the match, the Johnny versus Kushida match, the fact that there was no interference and Johnny Gargano retained the championship cleanly.
Mm-hmm.
Which impressed me. There was so many moments where I honestly thought, that Kushida had the match won. About, when he had locked in that arm bar.
Yep.
And can we also take a moment and praise Beth Phoenix and Vic Joseph on the intensity of the way they were calling that match?
All right, well, I wasn't really paying attention to commentary. I was paying more attention to what was going on in the ring because, I had my eyes glued to that match, man. It went 25 minutes. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Good Lord. They freaking killed it. All the near fall. I'm not even joking, man. Every time I thought Kushida was actually going to win, near falls, non bars, and just, oh my gosh. It went all over the place.
I for one thought that thought that Gargano was not going to get the win because he lost the way.
Yeah.
And just for the record, I don't like that name, The Way. They call themselves The Way.
It's stupid, I guess. The thing is, he's trying to find his... I don't know.
I don't know
trying
what
to
the hell
find
it
his way
is.
or whatever.
However, I will say is all I can think about when I hear The Way is The Mandalorian. This is The Way.
Yes.
Wait, Mandalorian. Mm-hmm. Where can you watch Mandalorian? Uh-oh.
Do it again, Christian.
Everybody's like, oh shit, here it comes.
Yeah,
I've not done this in a few weeks. Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, you can watch The Mandalorian Seasons 1 and 2 on Disney Plus right now. There we go.
There you go.
Yep. It is available, of course, right now. If you want to go, if you subscribe right now, you get a 30-day free trial with that's $8.99 a month. $8.99 a month, full of nostalgia, great movies, great TV shows, new material, especially, of course, the new series WandaVision, which continues and has a new episode that released today. Of course, by the time of the recording, released today. Check out the new episode of WandaVision right now on Disney Plus, and don't forget to get ready for next month because we're going to get started on March 19th. We started the first edition of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
That should be a good show. I'm excited for that.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and subscribe to Disney Plus right now. It's up to you. $8.99 a month, great stuff, and great new material coming in. And especially, of course, in a couple of months, Disney Plus is releasing that new movie, Cruella de Vil.
Oh my gosh!
A trailer in which Heel Balor did a reaction for.
I did. It's on my channel. Just go watch it. It is. I'm hyped. That's all I gotta say. Go watch it. It's on my channel. Great stuff.
It's always good to watch movies. The Losers Lounge should honestly gather and watch movies together.
We should.
That'd be great.
Review movies.
All right, folks. Yeah. Back to what I'm saying now. The Mandalorian, The Way, This Is the Way. That's all I could think about when I think about Johnny Gargano's group, The Way. I'm like, they honestly just rip off a Mandalorian. I can understand, though. Johnny's a huge Star Wars fan.
Oh, definitely.
But I will say, without The Way at ringside, I thought Kushida had the match won. How wrong I was.
I like it. Oh my gosh! Going into, I knew somehow Kushida was gonna lose for some reason, but just the way that was going, it was going back and forth and back and forth.
Sorry, you made a pun right there. The way it was going.
Oh, I did make a pun. The way that yeah. I did make a pun.
Oh. Hey, look at that.
Oh my god.
Okay. The way it went. Oh my god. I guess there's just no way we can talk about without making the puns on The Way, so we're just going to keep on saying it. The way the match went.
Exactly.
Okay, the way the match went, it was fantastic. I enjoyed it very much, and Johnny Gargano got the win by hitting this one final beat DDT twice, one on the freaking stage that was exactly equal to the ring, so I guess they are doing that now.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And of course, again in the ring, got the 1-2-3 at Kushida. No interference, no bullshit, no excuses, and for the first time ever, Johnny Gargano retained a title at a TakeOver.
Very, very good.
It took him over 20 times to do it, but he finally did it.
Mm-hmm. About time, John.
All the other times, when he defended a title at a TakeOver, whether it was the tag team titles with Tommaso Ciampa, lost it to Authors of Pain. The NXT Championship lost it to Adam Cole in 2019. And now, finally, the North American title. Well, here's the thing. When he previously won that title twice on a TakeOver and once on a special. But he just never defended it at a TakeOver before losing it.
Right.
But this time, finally, I think the last curse is finally gone. Which I'm like, okay, good. He's still kind of Johnny failure to me because of his fucking track record.
That's fine.
Now 6-15.
Oh, that's not bad, though.
6 wins, 15 losses. Good God.
That's still a record.
Yeah, that's all good. And speaking of records are meant to be broken. Ladies and gentlemen, by the release of this video, congrats to Walter, the longest reigning United Kingdom champion.
I knew it, man. Yeah, they were, like I said, 2 years ago, they brought in the right guy to take the title, and for some reason, I kind of knew he was going to be the one to break Dunn's record. And here we are. Congratulations to him.
686 days later.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
People are already whining because, he never defended the title. He never did anything with the title last year, blah, blah, blah.
He did so.
He defended against matches.
Oh, yeah. He still defended.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's like, when he won the title, I was heading to New York, heading for WrestleMania week.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally when it was. April 5th, 2019. I was I was not even 23 years old yet.
And,
Willie, you and I were not even 23 yet. We were 22. This year, we're about to be 25.
Yes, we're getting old, guys.
Walter is still the champion. Oh, my God. Same title reign.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, you're right. I do feel old now.
Same.
But you know what? It's fine. Willie and I will have been living for a quarter of a century.
Exactly.
No matter.
I just turned 20.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
25 years later, we'll be 50. We'll be living for half a century, and hopefully by then we'll have kids of our own, maybe even hopefully grandkids. Well, okay, maybe not that far, but you get what I mean. Regardless, I guarantee, we'll be all right by the time we reach 50.
I'll guarantee you.
Oh, yeah, we'll be totally fine. Hopefully out of a pandemic in 2046.
Oh, definitely will be out of pandemic by then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can handle it, and we'll probably be dealing with the next pandemic after that, so... Or whatever the hell life deals with us, I'm pretty sure we'll handle it.
Mm-hmm. Like usual.
Anyways, I will ask Willie, what'd you think of overall of the Johnny Gargano-Kushida match?
Very, very, very good match. Like I said, back and forth action. I was totally glued to the screen. You gotta give both the guys credit. The storytelling was amazing, and I'm actually gonna go back and rewatch after we're done recording because I was just that invested in the match. And congratulations to Gargano finally retaining the title. It took him long enough. But man, both guys brought it, man. This was really for me. I'll talk about. Of course, we'll get to the main event when we get to that. But this was first one of my favorite match of the night because these guys freaking delivered it. Holy crap! I was so out of freaking breath from this match. I was like, holy crap! Wow, amazing stuff.
Yep.
So congratulations to both guys, man. I want to see a rematch. I would not mind seeing a rematch down the line.
I want mine either. Hey, Willie, what the? I found my car keys.
Oh, now you found them?
Yeah. Why did you put exploding barbed wire all around them? What do you expect me to go full with exploding barbed wire and blow myself up? The fuck's wrong with you?
I'm not that psychotic and crazy though.
Then who put the exploding barbed wire around my car keys?
Hang on, Christian, my freaking phone is ringing. Oh, yes. Yeah, he's right there. Yeah, I gave him the barbed wire. No, it's not filled with explosives. Yes. All right. Bye. Yeah. That was John Moxley. And
what?
He says you're welcome for the...
You talk with John Moxley?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's okay. I have a thing for King Corbin, so I can't judge you on that. All right.
Exactly.
Regardless, what? Whose idea was this? I thought it would be funny to prank me like this.
Moxley?
Oh my god. Who the fuck gave him the idea to involve freaking exploding barbed wire?
Some dude named Khan.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well. Also, I just want to take this quick moment by quickly saying, JR referred to Kenny Omega as the WWE champion.
Facepalm, but he's getting old. Facepalm, but he's still getting old.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. I don't know why. That was kind of funny. I didn't even notice that looking back on it. I had to go back and rewatch it actually earlier today. I was like, wait, he said that? I was like, what the heck? That was so weird.
And just for the record, folks, we weren't just talking shit about that other company. We were actually making a funny reference of the fact that match now exists in that area.
Yes, that match does exist.
I don't know how the hell they're going to go through with that, but you know what? I'll watch it.
It's going to be interesting.
Anyways, we're going to move on to the next match of NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day, and I'm actually going to find a way to get my keys out of there without touching the barbed wire. So while I'm doing that, let's actually move on to the next match, the Men's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, as the Grizzled Young Veterans, for the second year in a row, made it to the finals. This time, going up against MSK. Those rascals are crazy, huh?
Those sneaky rascals.
Ah ha ha! References! We love it! You learn to love it, folks.
Exactly.
Okay, okay. I will say, MSK, actually that reminds me, what the hell does that mean? What does that stand for?
I do not know.
Was it Machine? Was it Machine Son Kelly?
No.
Okay.
What is it?
MSK. I honestly don't even know. Who the hell names themselves 3 letters but doesn't even say what that means?
Well, according to medical stuff, MSK stands for medullary sponge kidney. What?
What the hell?
What?
So,
that's what it stands for.
So they're sponge kidneys.
Yeah. I don't know anything what MSK means. It means Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer. Yeah, I'm not gonna ever say that. It basically it's something that involves cancer. It's a cancer treatment.
Oh, okay. Why could they just call themselves the Rascals?
Because Impact owns the rights to that.
Okay, why can't they just call themselves Nash and Lee?
Because that would be completely stupid.
Nash, Carter, and Wes Lee. MSK. The fact that you're like, if you think of the names, think of the letters MSK, you should at least know what it stands for. Because, like, why would I come out and call myself something like that? Here's the thing. What if we called ourselves LL, but we had no idea what the hell that meant? It's like, wait,
or
why do we call...
Nobody would understand what that meant.
Yeah, it's like, we are LL. The what?
Exactly. Like, what does LL mean?
It just reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy when Chris Pratt's character introduced him as Star-Lord and says, I'm Star-Lord. Who?
Who?
Yeah.
Star-Lord, man. Legendary outlaw? Forget it. Freaking love that.
Yeah, that way they'd be like, who are you guys? MSK. Who?
Who?
That's the perfect time for that. Who?
Oh
Come
my
on.
gosh.
Nash Carter, Wes Lee, great tag team. Used to go other places. Used to call themselves Rascals. They don't know what we're talking about. They don't know what we're talking about.
They win the record.
Yeah.
They win the record.
So
that's the thing. Like, if give us a chance to know what MSK actually stands for. Like, once they arrived here, it's like, oh, we're just the tag team. Wait, just explain what the MSK stands for, please.
Yeah, it's like MSK. Yeah, MSK. Wait, what? What does that
exactly.
mean?
Okay,
so it's Grizzled Young Veterans versus we don't know what the hell this means.
Exactly.
I think we should call them that now. We don't know. We don't know. We'll call them We Don't Know.
I'm calling the Rascals. I don't freaking care.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Anything to me.
So MSK got the victory against the Grizzled Young Veterans, and that's the second year in a row that James Drake and Zach Gibson made it to the finals but did not win. Last time it was the Broserweights.
Oh, yes.
Funny thing is, of course, the Broserweights, they don't even exist anymore.
Exactly.
Then again, a majority of the people who won the Dusty Rhodes Classic, they don't exist anymore. AOP, Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. Undisputed Era. Wait, that was too soon.
Christian.
Sorry.
Too soon.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. I just now realized that. Ah, shit. Broserweights, they don't exist anymore. Who the fuck won in 2018? Actually, no, that was Undisputed Era in 2018.
Undisputed Era won, yeah.
Yeah, who the fuck won the final year? 2019. I don't
even... Who won in 2019?
Regardless, I just really will take a moment and... okay, there we go. Aleister Black and Ricochet.
Oh, I completely forgot about them.
So when you look at the history, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, they were never going to be a team after that anyway.
Exactly.
Authors of Pain, they're sadly not around anymore, but they could have been. Undisputed Era, we'll talk about them in a little while. Aleister Black and Ricochet, they were just put together for the sole purpose of that.
Exactly.
The Broserweights, they don't exist anymore either. And now, MSK, what are the odds they're not going to exist anymore? I think that's honestly the curse of the Dusty Rhodes Classic.
Yeah.
That's the curse, man. I mean, here's the thing. You win the Dusty Rhodes Classic, but then you don't exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, MSK, I'm sorry, but y'all are fucked. Grizzled Young Veterans, you dodged a bullet twice in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And good thing, too. They're a great tag team.
Oh, definitely. MSK, they're great.
First ever NXT UK Tag Team Champions. I'm actually wondering, were they here when the pandemic hit? Because I'm like, wait, they're in the United States now?
Mm-hmm. No.
I'm like, well, I don't know when they got here, but anywhere it's like if they were allowed to travel over to the United States from the UK, then how come Jordan Devlin hasn't come back?
That's a good question, actually.
Yeah, that's a good question. Wait a minute. If these guys could get here, who the hell says you can't be here? Get the fuck over and face Santos Escobar.
I believe it's I don't think he wants to travel right now. I don't really blame him. It's crazy out there, man. So,
Well, I'll take
I guess
this
he's
moment.
doing his own thing.
We mentioned travel. That reminds you of one thing. Folks, be ready to buckle up your seatbelts because apparently WWE's private jet was spotted in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
At this point, people would be begging even for a Saudi show if they meant that they could actually perform a show elsewhere again.
No, we're getting fans at WrestleMania, so Saudi Arabia can wait.
Saudi Arabia will probably get WrestleMania. Oops.
Oh, Christian, don't jinx anything. You already know they watch our stuff. You already know they watch our stuff.
Whoa, Willie, why? You're pointing your finger at me and pretending it's a gun. Dude, that's not how it works. That's Connor's imaginary gun, by the way.
Yeah.
I would take it from you, but that would involve pulling your finger literally off, and I'm not doing that.
Exactly.
Anyway, folks, you're probably wondering, oh my god, what the hell is going on with these guys?
Exactly.
Anyways, MSK Grizzled Young Veterans, it was actually a pretty good match, honestly. I liked it. They showcased great back and forth sounds. It seemed like every match at TakeOver was fantastic. Maybe except for one, but I will say this was great. MSK, Nash Carter and Wesley against the Grizzled Young Veterans. There's not really much I could say other than both those teams would have earned it if they got the win.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a result, MSK got the win. They are the men's Dusty Road Tag Team Classic winners, and they will challenge Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch for the tag team titles at what is it? Is it also happening in 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, it is?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay then.
And it's on NXT.
Should really just save this for a special event. Yeah. Unless, of course, this is a special event they're doing.
I don't think... Wait a minute. Let me see. What's in 2 weeks? 2 weeks is the 16th. No, not the 9th, I believe. No, my bad.
2 weeks is the 3rd.
The 18th or the 18th or the 11th. Oh, sorry, my bad. The 10th or 17th.
No, that's 3 weeks.
Okay, it's the 10th. It's the 10th.
It's on the 10th, so it's in 3 weeks. It's not in 2 weeks. It's in 3 weeks. We're fucked up, guys, today.
Wait a minute. Oh, I think I know why they might be doing it.
Why is that?
Because that's when a certain other company is having a certain show on that day, and it's gonna be big. No, wait a minute. No, it's not. Yeah. They're probably just doing it for reasons.
Yeah, I'm like, why can't we just say that they're doing this just for no reason? Why does everything have to be a competition with some other company?
Exactly. Better yet, why don't you save it for a bigger event?
Yeah, like WrestleMania.
Exactly. Why are you putting this on free TV?
Yeah, you're putting WrestleMania into 2 nights then. You're putting WrestleMania into 2 nights, then why not?
Exactly. Might as well showcase NXT. A lot bigger than what you did last year.
I can't wait to talk about WrestleMania.
God, you have no idea, dude. I'm hyped. I'm hyped, guys. I'm so excited.
I'm hyped as well. But I will ask, Willie, what was your thoughts overall on the men's Dusty Road Tag Team Classic?
Well, after having my breath almost out the way about the last match, I was still intrigued with this match, and they delivered. I mean, MSK, like I said, I've known those guys since their little Impact run, and I'm still getting used to them because, I'm not that familiar still, but they're great from what I've seen, and they won me over in this match a little bit more. And, of course, because of them veterans, they're amazing, too. They're awesome. This match could have gone either way. There were so many near falls in this match. I just thought Grizzled Young Veterans was going to win this match, I'm going to lie. There were so many spots, man. I couldn't even freaking talk. You guys go back and watch it. My words cannot speak how great this match was, man. It was so good. Highly recommend you guys go out and watch it if you have not seen it already. Great match.
All right. Now we're going to move on to the next match. The next match was a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship as Io Shirai defended against Toni Storm and Retaliation from Retribution. Well, actually, technically she was for a while.
Mercedes Martinez?
Yeah, she was for a while. But Mercedes Martinez. And I will say, it's great to see her back in NXT. Unfortunately, the match was good, but I'm like, compared to the other ones, no.
It was cut short for reasons. Apparently, it was cut short because of the North American title match. That match went a little bit too long.
It was still a good match, though, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely.
So I'm just saying, like, I enjoyed, like, it was really good in my opinion. I think the right decision was made when they had Io Shirai retain the championship.
I knew going into it she was going to retain anyways, so I wasn't surprised. Although there was one freaking part of the match that freaking had me busting out laughing so hard.
And what was
I think you know what I'm about to talk about. The table spot.
Yeah.
So Toni Storm, they're clearing off the announce table, right? Toni Storm goes over to the table. She literally just touches it, and it freaking collapses. I bust out laughing so hard.
I
so
can't
funny.
believe it's like that was the most sensitive table I've ever seen.
It was so weird. So I think what's supposed to happen, you know, the table was right near that big scaffolding or whatever. I think what was supposed to happen was somebody was supposed to go on the table, and Io was supposed to do her little moonsault off that.
Yeah.
But the table was like, nope. That was so funny.
You know
what Io did instead, she climbed the scaffolding, and then she just did her, I think, a cross body or something like that instead. So, yeah, that was hilarious.
You know what it reminded me of?
What's up?
It reminded me of the time where The Rock tried to use a rock bottom on Mankind and the table broke.
I remember that.
And then it happened the same thing to CM Punk in 2013 at the same pay-per-view.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my god, that's so funny. And then, like, I remember I posted this in my Everything Wrong with TLC 2020 video. There was a moment in the TLC match with Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles where there was a setup table on the outside, and Drew almost lost his balance and fell through it.
I remember that.
I would have honestly, like I said in the video, I would have removed all sins I've ever counted in that video if that happened. If he put himself to the table by accident because he slipped.
Oh my gosh.
That would have been funny as hell. But to all those who are saying that Io Shirai had not been a great champion, I think it was fitting that Io retained the championship.
Mm-hmm.
She's been a great champion, in my opinion.
She's been really good as champ. She's really holding her own.
Yep, she's been champ for almost 3/4 of a year now. Very few people have held the title as long as she has. Actually, I think only 2 have, and that is Shayna Baszler and Asuka.
Exactly.
Then you have Io Shirai. It's just the fact of the matter is, when it's time for her to defend the title, she defends it. It's a good match. She retains it. Everybody's having fun. Just because a champion is a champion for very long does not mean it's not fun.
Exactly.
It's like that whole saying, it's like, you know, if you can't beat the champion keeps the title.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get the place is predetermined and whatnot, but honestly, I like the fact that when there's long title reigns, they're actually earned. Except for Brock Lesnar. That shit was stupid.
No, I like Lesnar. You get too much hate, but him with titles, nah, not a good track record.
Yeah, not a good track record whatsoever. Like, I think it'd be great to see Mercedes Martinez or Toni Storm as a women's champion at some point, but not right now. And I honestly think the person who should take the title off Io Shirai is Raquel Gonzalez.
I wouldn't mind that. Personally, I think Xia Li could take it in the near future. I think it'd be a great match.
Oh, yeah.
But Raquel Gonzalez, definitely Raquel Gonzalez. She's coming into her own. Same with Xia Li. Oh, my God. I don't know what they've done with this character, but oh, my gosh, the whole mysteriousness behind this is great. Not even the backstory to that was just, I was like, what the heck? Like, they're really coming into her. She's really coming into her own as a character, and I'm really intrigued. Yep. Really intrigued what they got there.
Like, I think it'd be really cool to see someone like seeing someone like Xia Li take the title. That'd be great. However, I'd have some unfortunate feelings for that because like it's like all those idiots out there when it comes to COVID-19, they blame China or whatnot for that, and then people will be like, "Oh, you got a Chinese wrestler as the women's champion? Fuck you." And
I don't think we got that bad though. That's just me.
Yeah, I'm like, here's the thing. I get that the whole COVID-19 pandemic, it all started in China. Shit happens, folks.
Exactly.
If you spend more time blaming other people than you do actually trying to take care of the problem, then you're just extending the problem.
You're only extending the problem. You're extending the problematic things that come with it. All you're doing is basically prolonging the inevitable. Now I understand that people are very upset and all that mumbo jumbo and
Hell, they made the whole thing about COVID-19. They made it like it's a freaking political thing, and it's not.
Don't even get me started, Chris. Don't even get me started.
We're not even going to go there, honestly. let's just keep talking about good wrestling. And I will say, Xia Li, be a great thing to see her as a contender to the NXT Women's Championship. Could you actually imagine that now that I think about it? Japanese versus Chinese. That actually would be cool to watch.
I think just women's wrestling in general, I think, just seeing those two go at it would be a lot better than, obviously the background design would be great. I think it's a stiff match, too. Go out there and shoot. I don't know. But Raquel Gonzalez, man, like, ever since her battle with Rhea Ripley, she really is coming to her own. I'm really enjoying what she's doing, especially this whole tag team with Dakota Kai, who was miles ahead about greatness, in my opinion. She's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They're just great. Very great tag team and all that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
taking talk.
That's what I'm saying. The NXT women's division is still one of the best today.
They, in my opinion, have the best women's division in professional wrestling right now.
Yeah, I'm like,
no one's done.
Raw, they got to work on it. SmackDown, they also got to work on it. NXT, they're doing a good job. And of course, when it comes to women's wrestling in WWE, you can't forget about the NXT UK Women's Champion, Kaylee Ray. She's been champ for over 530 days. That's longer than Asuka's title reign.
Mm-hmm.
She's honestly one of the longest reigning women's champions in WWE history.
There's some history right there, dudes.
It's always good to see history in the making, and I can't wait to see more history for women's wrestling as the years go on.
As long as it's not forced and just let it happen naturally, I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah, have it happen naturally. Like, here's the main event of WrestleMania, that did not feel forced to me. That felt natural.
Exactly.
Because the way they executed it, Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. The only thing that would feel kind of forced is if they made Becky Lynch or someone the WWE champion.
That's where I kind of put my foot down. I'm not getting to that thing, but I just have a long-standing thing with stuff like that.
What about Tessa Blanchard becoming the Impact World Champion?
That's completely stupid because, in my opinion, I guess we'll kind of touch on it just a little bit. In my opinion, I don't think that men should be winning women's titles and women shouldn't be winning men's titles. If a woman can win a men's title, then why can't a man win a woman's title? It's happened before. I understand. It's happened before, but it's
I mean, look at China. Look at China. She's the only female to be an Intercontinental Champion.
China was supposed to be the WWE champion back in the day as well. Obviously they pulled back on that, but I don't get it. I will never get, that's wrestling community nowadays. That's just what we're living in nowadays. So
yeah, it truly is. That's all right though. But we're gonna move on to the main event. Are you ready to talk about the main event?
Okay. You know what's up? Let's do it.
Who is in it? I'll tell you who's in it. It is Karrion Kross versus Santino Marella.
Yeah, that'll be a freaking squash match right there.
Yeah, it would definitely be a squash match. That was the match in Appleton, though. The actual match that took place in the main event, ladies and gentlemen, Finn Balor versus Pete Dunne for the NXT Championship. And a match that was exciting to watch, but compared to what I saw in the North American title, was kind of lackluster.
Now, don't get me wrong. I was excited going into this match, and I went in there with big expectations. It did deliver. Don't get me wrong. It did deliver, but it wasn't as good as what Kyle and Balor did in their first match. Did it exceed that? No, it really didn't. It was fast-paced. It was good, but it just didn't live up to where Kyle and Balor did. Like, don't get me wrong, but it was a good match, but I don't know. There was something that's a little bit missing from it.
Not to mention, here's the thing. This was also another. Yeah, this was also another first time ever. You mentioned before that was the first time that Balor and O'Reilly ever faced off.
Yes.
This is the first time Balor and Dunn ever faced off. The only difference was it just wasn't as good as. Here's the thing. People expected 5-star classics, obviously. I did not expect 5-star classic, but I at least expected it to be better than the North American title match. I'm not saying the match is bad or anything, but here's the thing. I gave it like a 3.5-star rating. That's 3.5 out of 5. That's still a good rating.
I don't really give it a rating. If I were to rate it, probably around a 3.5-ish. Yeah. It wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. It was not bad. Willie's hitting on a Finn Balor match. I'm not hating on it. It just wasn't as good. And I didn't go into the pay-per-view. You listened to what we said last week. I said I'm not going to pay-per-view with that much enthusiasm with this match. I think I just said that. I don't know. I probably did something else. But anyways, I went into it and it's like, it was good, but it wasn't like I mean, there were points. There were points where it's like, they kept going back and forth and all that stuff. Balor. There were many times I thought Balor was going to lose. I'm not gonna lie. When Pete hit the low blow, man. Oh my! When he hit the low blow, hit the bitter end for the second bitter end, I was like, he's over. It's done. It's no pun intended. Balor's done. And like he kicked out the left. Oh my gosh, my heart almost freaking left my body.
At that
Not
moment,
even joking about that. That was crazy.
And it was amazing. It was like I was like, holy shit! It was crazy. But then he tried to do it the second time. Finn Balor reversed it into his own version of the 1916.
Which is great.
And then Finn Balor hits his coup de grace. But here's the thing. There was actually a moment in the match that actually made me cringe and pain a lot. You know, Pete Dunne is always like has some sort of a finger fetish.
There was so much arm and finger manipulation in this match. I mean, when he went for his freaking injured arm that he injured all those years ago, man, I was cringing. You have no idea, man. I was cringing, dude.
It would hurt. You could even. Here's the thing. A lot of times when you watch Pete Dunne bend back people's fingers, a lot of people they just like take their own fingers and start bending the back, and they can hardly move it back any further before they're like, "Ow, that hurts."
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like here's the thing. A lot of people when it comes to like they see a lot of joint manipulation in wrestling, they were like, hey, "Let me try this." Ooh, that hurts. I barely did anything. How the hell is he doing this?
Like you gotta give these guys credit, and they went there and tore each other up. I'm telling you right now, like they had to be in pain when they came out of that match. But oh my god, like just going into, I was like, it's gonna be good. It was good, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
but it just didn't look to the hype that much.
Back to the moment I mentioned.
The joint manipulation in the match was just freaking insane, dude.
Yeah, back to the moment I was trying to previously mention. It was like Pete Dunne. He delivered a stomp onto Finn Balor's fingers and then stayed there.
Oh my god, like that was just like, oh my gosh. Like first of all, I was really yelling at my TV, stop trying to break his arm. Then he freaking went for his jaw, and I'm like, dude, don't even think about it. Like at first he got legitimately hurt with that jaw.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like stop. I was just screaming at my TV, like, leave him alone. Like literally, the joint manipulation was like, I've seen joint manipulation in wrestling. Obviously. I've seen strong style. I've seen it all. I've seen it all in wrestling, but Pete Dunne, of course, they make it real, and that's very real. You gotta get the storytelling. That was the storytelling in the match. And you're thinking to yourself, you know what? Balor's been through everybody. Can he survive Pete Dunne? And like I said, there were many times this match. Like, you can really go back and watch my reaction to this match, man. I was so close to like yelling at my TV because like I thought Finn was about to freaking lose. Oh my gosh. Like the first bitter I wasn't even that nervous about. I was like, it's all right, he's gonna kick out of this. The second one I was like, it's over. It's literally over. He's done. And he kicked out and all that. Thank God. I was expecting some interference. I'm not gonna lie. Interference though, but that was great.
In the end, Finn Balor hits a coup de grace and then a second 1916 and got the victory, retained the NXT Championship. And
there's one more thing I want to talk about the match though.
Yep.
Is when Balor pulled out Pete's mouth guard and he just freaking kicks him in the face. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I think was that the first time I've ever seen Pete wrestle without that thing on?
Yes.
Well, it's understandable if you're very protective of your teeth and everything.
Exactly.
It's understandable. Anyway, after the match ended, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch showed up and assaulted Finn Balor. And then the Undisputed Era showed up. Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly, because as we know, Bobby Fish is injured because apparently his body's made out of glass.
Poor guy is so fragile. I mean, he's old, so it's understandable, but he's not that old, actually. He's like in his 40s, so he's not that old. But, I was thinking, of course, last week I was predicting, you know what? Karrion Kross is coming out. Here we go. And I knew someone was going to have an end of the show because we had, I believe, 5-6 minutes left in the show. I'm like, they got something up their sleeve. I'm like, all right, here comes Kross. Balor's on the top rope. All right, here comes Kross. Any minute now. Balor backs up. And I'm like, he's standing on the stage. He has his back turned. I'm like, here comes Kross. Here we go. And then we see this hooded figure come out. I'm like, wait a minute, there he is. I'm like, it's Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch. I was like, wait, what the heck? Wait, you're not Kross. So I'm a little bummed out about that. But they get in the ring, destroy Balor, Undisputed Era come out, save the day. And then the inevitable happens.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
At first, I thought for a second, I was like, oh, shit, is Finn Balor joining the Undisputed Era for once?
No idea, man. I was marking out. They were doing the pose. Balor got put up the gun.
And then super kick!
And then Adam Cole says, "Screw you" to Valentine's Day. He super kicks his freaking boyfriend on Valentine's Day. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. He super kicks Finn Balor. Then, look, I'm like freaking shocked. I'm like, what the heck's going on? And then, what are you doing, Cole? And then, out of nowhere, O'Reilly and Strong confused. I'm like, yo, why didn't y'all stop him? I'm yelling at you, like, why didn't you people stop him? And then,
I don't think they knew that he was going to do that.
Yeah, that was just shocking. Then he turns to Kyle. He turns around to Kyle. Kyle's talking to him. He's like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? And I'm like, tell him, dude. Tell him, like, what the heck's going on? And then, boom. So we get Kyle around. I'm like, no, don't you dare do this.
And ladies and gentlemen,
I was like, don't you freaking dare do this.
I'm going to voice my thoughts on this, and then Willie's going to give me his response to it. Bobby Fish is injured. Kyle O'Reilly is out. Roderick Strong doesn't know what to do. Adam Cole has had enough. The Undisputed Era is gone.
Pretty much at this point. I mean, like I've been saying, we've been saying this for months, Chris. We've been saying this for months. That there's really no need for the era to really continue. And we should have seen this coming. I should have seen this coming. It's Adam Cole. And it didn't seem right for him to be babyface. Let me tell you something about Adam Cole. He does not make a good babyface. He doesn't.
Nope.
He really does, in my opinion. Well, in Ring of Honor, he was all right. I mean, it was just when he started in the company, but that was when he was, just a rookie and all that. He is a born heel, and he's great at it.
His entire NXT Championship reign, in my opinion, is the best in that entire championship, and that was because of the way he portrayed himself.
I already said it was a lot better than Balor's first run. That's just me. But, of course, Finn's second run's actually catching up, and it's actually becoming a lot better than Adam Cole's. Anyways, oh my God, just like so many things went through my mind in that night, man. You have no idea. First of all, I'm screaming myself, like, what are you doing? Like, why? What did he do wrong to you? And I think to myself, is he jealous? Oh, Kyle got all the opportunities. I'm thinking to myself, bro, you were champ for 400-something days. I want to hear about it. Come on, dude. And then second of all, I'm like, what do you have against the Prince? What do you have against Balor? You want your title back? You don't need your title back because you just had your title. You just had it. You lost to Keith Lee. You don't need it back. And but he this and that. Like, it doesn't make that much sense why Cole would be jealous of Kyle getting all the opportunities. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know if it's jealousy on the part of Adam Cole or if it's like, he just wants his title back and he realized Kyle O'Reilly wants it too, and he wants to make sure that it's well noted, hey, title's mine, not yours, and everything.
Yeah, and then there's Roderick Strong, who's in the middle of all this. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I guess we should talk about... Did you watch NXT this past week?
No, but you can go ahead and say your piece.
So basically what happened, Kyle O'Reilly came out, said his piece, like, why did you do it? He wants Adam Cole. Undisputed Era music hits. Roderick Strong comes out. He didn't know what happened. Yes, you do. You know what happened.
It's like, all right.
And apparently...
hold on a second. Before you continue, I just want to say, I'm heading upstairs really quickly. Keep on telling the folks what went down, and also be sure to mention the Kyle O'Reilly situation as well.
Oh, of course I will. Of course I will. So back to what I was saying, ladies and gentlemen. They come out. Roderick Strong comes out. That's his shtick. Oh, I didn't know what was going on. Adam had his own priorities. He did this and that. And it's actually my first time doing this by myself, and I want to say thank you guys for listening to me, and this is crazy as heck. I love all of you guys. Anyways, back to what I was saying. They come out. Roderick does a shtick. O'Reilly basically says he wants Cole. He doesn't want Roderick. Balor's music hit. Balor comes out. Balor basically says, you were in on this. You were the reason this happened. You were in on the entire thing and all that. And basically, only looking Danny Burch and Pete Dunne ambushed them again, which leads to a freaking 6-man tag. I'm like, here we go again. Very good match, though. Very good match.
I'm back as well.
Welcome back. And in the end, of course, Pete Dunne pinned the NXT champion after Finn Balor basically said, screw you, and drop kicked him into the referee, which was actually an accident. Pete takes a hold, bitter end, 1, 2, 3, pins the champion. That was it. After the match, I think they're still attacking. No. After the match, Cole shows up. No, here's what happened. Cole shows up in the middle of the match. pushes Finn Balor down into the referee, which is I was like, screw you, Cole. First of all, screw you. Second of all, he gets out of there. No, he hits O'Reilly with a freaking big boot. He puts O'Reilly down with the brain buster on the steel steps, which freaking brutal, which will lead to what we're actually going to talk about afterwards. And then bitter end, 1, 2, 3, champ was pinned. He gets in the ring. Cole gets in the ring. No, scratch that. Balor stands up, gets his towel, stands up, poses with it, turns around. I don't know where that Adam Cole came from. Cole lands the super kick. Cole stands over the NXT champion. Meanwhile, my blood is boiling watching this. I'm like, ooh, you got under. I'm not joking. He got under my skin that night. Oh, man. You have no idea. I know some good friends of mine watching this show, and you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys were freaking there with me on call. So you guys know my freaking blood was boiling on that moment, man. It was crazy as heck. So it looks like Cole's coming for the NXT Championship. At the same time, he just wants to rid himself of Kyle O'Reilly, which is understandable. And I'm telling you guys, right now, if you've never seen Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, you are get ready. Get freaking ready. Get ready. It's going to be good. Because I've seen these guys battle. It's a great rivalry in Ring of Honor. Get freaking ready. And then, let's talk about it, Christian. Let's talk about it.
It's like what we thought was a legitimate situation turned out, he was just selling, so he's a great seller. It was believed that Kyle O'Reilly suffered a legitimate seizure. Mm-hmm. And I'll take this moment by first saying, folks, don't worry. It was not a seizure. He's actually okay. So thank God for that.
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah.
Has me one. It's like, honestly, it had Willie freaked out because, he's a huge Kyle O'Reilly fan. And it would freak anybody out if they, even if they were.
Idea.
I'll be honest. As a matter of fact, Willie, who's a wrestler who you absolutely dislike the most? Just name one. Just name one off the top of your head.
Well, I guess Marco Stunt.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
Gotcha. No, not Marco Stunt. I guess Cody Rhodes.
But even if he suddenly collapsed and had a seizure, you'd still be worried for him.
Yes, because I like Cody Reynolds. I like Cody Rhodes. I've already explained that in the past, but I'd be scared for him. That's how I felt about this. I was on call, very surprised. That notification popped. I was like, Kyle O'Reilly, freaking seizure. I freaking broke down. I was upset. I haven't told the losers lounge. I was like, yo, guys, Kyle had this freaking seizure, and I was not happy. Not happy on that night. I couldn't even sleep for like a few hours, and then I got a notification. It's like, apparently Kyle, he was just selling and all that. So apparently what happened was that this whole thing started because someone posted a freaking video on YouTube of Kyle O'Reilly being loaded onto a stretcher. Triple H is out there. Finn Balor's out there. And we were all thinking to ourselves, Kyle had a freaking seizure. Because there came reports came out, it's like, Kyle had a freaking seizure. Because he has diabetes and all that, type 1 diabetic and all that. And of course, if your blood pressure goes up too much, you can suffer seizures and all that. And it was crazy. So apparently I don't know if everybody noticed this. I didn't watch the video. People were telling everyone to take the pictures down, all that stuff. Twitter was getting wild up. Everyone was getting upset because people were posting pictures of Kyle on the stretcher. We didn't know at the time what was going on. So out of respect for Kyle and his family, which is understandable, and there's people who really should be getting grips nowadays around certain topics, but it's just me. And not getting sensitive about certain things when people try to explain things. Anyways, moving on. Basically what happened was that they load Kyle on the stretcher. Now, what we didn't know at the time was that there was a camera there. So I gotta be honest, that should have been the giveaway. This was a freaking work. They worked us. The problem is they didn't work us. We just got wild up because there was a notification. Christian, I'm sure you got the freaking a post on that Kyle had a seizure.
Well, I was trying to sleep at the time. I was having my own sleeping problems, but yeah, I got the notification.
Yeah. I was like, what the heck's going on? So Kyle didn't have a seizure. Thank God. I'm not even joking about it. Thank God that Kyle didn't have a seizure. That was crazy as heck. I'm telling you guys, I was scared as heck.
Yeah.
That was like a mess on that night.
Yeah, the subject of seizures also really gets to me a lot as well because in July of 2019, my friend Cameron died of a seizure.
I've had a personal friend of mine, almost died from seizures and all that. So, yeah. But yeah, it was crazy just watching Twitter. And of course, people try to attack Isaiah Swerve Scott because he said Earlier in the day, all he said on Twitter was that Kyle O'Reilly will be probably found in an ambulance or some of that. And cancel culture, or aka cancer culture, got a hold of him, and they were upset because people jumped to conclusions, which is what we did on this. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we all jumped to conclusions, which some people need to stop doing. And here's the thing: in the future, we need to stop jumping to conclusions on certain topics and just wait for the news to come out. Now, of course, at the time we didn't know what the news was happening with Kyle O'Reilly, but if you're listening to this, I think it's best in the future. Don't get all angry, upset. Don't start yelling at people when they try to explain things. Just calm down in a kind and cool manner. Keep cooler heads and just wait for the actual information to come out. And don't take your anger out on people. It's completely stupid. It makes you in the wrong. I'm talking to cancel culture right now. It makes you seem stupid when you are taking things and saying, "Oh, you need to stop doing this." Of course, it was out of respect for Kyle and his family, but we did not know obviously at the time about what was going on with Kyle. So it's understandable why people were saying, take the pictures down, but just say it in a much calmer and nicer manner. But of course, people are freaking pussholes. So that's the culture we're living in, anyways. But let's be thinking about Kyle's okay. Even the wrestlers were confused on Twitter. They were confused. I've seen so many wrestlers sending out their well wishes to Kyle, and actually, I believe as we're recording this today, obviously this will be released obviously on obviously the next day. But Kyle actually posted. Let me see if I can find the tweet that he said, and I'll read it to y'all if y'all haven't seen it. He actually posted a tweet basically saying he's okay. So basically, he's okay. He was just he didn't basically say that he was selling because, of course, he's in character. But basically, Kyle said this. He says, "Thanks, everyone, for checking in. Your love and support truly means the world. I was placed on a stretcher last night out of concern for my neck after receiving a brain buster on the steps. Thankfully, I can move around. Somewhat okay today, but I may need some time to heal. As much as that it hurt and sucked last night, the betrayal was worth coming back from the stronger with a thirst for revenge best served cold."
Nice.
Yeah. Kyle's okay, so that's the good thing.
So we can all relax, we can breathe, and we can get ready for next week on NXT. But in the meantime, folks, that concludes our review for NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. What a great pay-per-view. In my opinion, WWE is now 2-0 at pay-per-views in 2021.
This is a really good show, in my opinion. Really good way to start off the year with a takeover. I do think this will go down as a very good show. I mean, the ending was obviously shocking. Pun intended. It was really shocking. Match of the night for me is Kushida and Gargano. I mean, all the matches banged. They were really good. I got one match wrong, which was obviously the opening. That's okay. I forgot one more thing, Christian. Forgot one more thing. Someone freaking made his debut. I don't know if you know who this is. On the pre-show, someone made his WWE debut.
Yeah, some guy, LA Knight or Eli Drake.
Eli Drake. So, Eli Drake, you don't know who he is. He's from Impact Wrestling. He was okay, I guess. I'm not a big fan of him. I just don't care. I don't care for him. He's good. Don't get me wrong. He's good and all, but not really a big fan of him. But yeah, he made his debut. He's in NXT now, going named by LA Knight. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Then again, we don't know what MSK means. So
yeah, MSK don't mean anything. Even though we just said what it probably means. But
LA Knight. I'm just going to assume Los Angeles Knight.
I think so. He's from Los Angeles.
Okay.
He is from Los Angeles. That makes sense.
Okay, it makes sense then. All right. Mystery solved, folks.
Yeah, so he made his debut. Like I said, overall, this is a really good show. If I were to rate it, I'd probably say a 7 out of 10. It's really good. I think the women's match should have been longer, in my opinion. That's just me. But of course, the North American title match took up a little bit too much of the show. That's just my opinion. Main event was good. Not as good as obviously as Colin Bauer the first time, but really good. And everything else is really good.
Yep.
Everything else is delivered. You gotta give it credit. And we'll just see going forward. Of course, there's not gonna be a takeover before WrestleMania, so this is this is also the final takeover on the original version of the WWE before they moved to Peacock.
Yep.
So cool. A little bittersweet.
Yep, that means the Elimination Chamber is going to be the last pay-per-view. That's going to be on the original WWE before they move to Peacock. I guarantee we're going to be talking about that a lot next month, and I'm excited for that.
Oh, definitely. It's going to be great.
It's going to be a good time when we talk about Fastlane. That's going to be a good time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our review for NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day, and that will conclude our podcast for today. Right, Willie?
Christian, wait a minute. I can't do the outro yet. We have one more show.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, it's so close together, so crammed together, it just sometimes I lose myself because shows are so crammed together. There's so much wrestling.
Oh, that wrong song.
Like 2018, there was a shitload of wrestling at the second half of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just imagine if AEW existed around that time and they were cramming their shows in there, too.
Oh, God.
Our heads would be exploding.
My head's already exploding now. There's wrestling.
Yeah.
There's so much wrestling.
Ladies
Apparently there's going to be another WWE show involving Evolve. So there's another show coming with WWE. They're teaming up with Evolve to make a NXT style show. I don't know what it's going to be called, but NXT Evolve, something like that. They're teaming up with Evolve. So there's going to be another freaking show. For God's sakes, the belts are being made for that show. So there's another WWE show coming. Yay, I guess.
All right.
I don't know what to say.
Well, folks, we'll be sure to we're going to see, well, as the time goes on, the losers, we'll talk about whether or not we'll put that into our podcast if they coincide with us.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it could, but anyways, we're going to move on now. We're going to talk predictions. Ready to predict Elimination Chamber 2021. We have 5 matches on the card. However, one of them we don't even know is if it's going to take place, and the other one we don't even know the opponent because that'll be determined in a match. And how this is going to work, folks, we'll talk we have the women's title and the United States title we'll talk first, and then we're going to talk the 2 Elimination Chamber matches. We'll save the Universal Championship for last because, well, it's coincided with the Elimination Chamber match. Kind of confusing, but we can make it work, folks. So we're going to kick things off with the Raw Women's Championship. We're kicking things off with a match that we don't even know is going to happen. It's Asuka versus Lacey Evans. And the reason we say that we don't know if it's even going to happen is because... Willie, go ahead and tell them what happened this past Monday on Raw.
So, apparently Lacey Evans is pregnant. No, she's legitimately pregnant.
Yeah, at first, when you take a look at it, we're like, oh my god, they're doing a pregnant storyline saying Ric Flair's the father. I'm like, Ric Flair, he's in his 70s. I highly doubt he has enough power to do that anymore. But it's like, even then, it's a storyline. It's not that cool. But then all of a sudden, a report came up and says, actually, no, she's legitimately pregnant with her actual husband.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, wait, what? And here's the thing. It has not been announced how this will affect Lacey's match with Asuka Elimination Chamber. Like, we don't know if Asuka is just going to have the night off or if she's going to face somebody else. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Yeah, I don't get what the hell's going on here. But I'm like, if she's pregnant, just fucking tell us if it's real or not. Because here's the thing, you already made the report that she's legitimately pregnant. Tell us if this is going to affect her match and everything. Don't keep things a mystery. Unless, of course, you're going to have somebody show up to replace Lacey Evans, suddenly dominate, and win the Raw Women's Championship from Asuka, i.e. Ronda Rousey.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Just imagine if I said that's not happening and then that ends up happening. But no,
they watch our podcast.
Yeah, they watch.
You do realize they watch. You know that. We know they're watching Triple H. And
here's the thing. Lacey revealed that during a tag team match where she teamed with Peyton Royce to take on Charlotte and Asuka. And I'm like, if Lacey can't make it, then how about we put Peyton Royce as the opponent then for Asuka so we can watch her get her ass kicked?
Peyton's so talented, so I wouldn't want to see that.
Yeah,
he's already a punching bag anyways.
And I already got this bad feeling it's going to be Charlotte Flair if there's a replacement.
Why not?
Doesn't she have this deal with Asuka or something?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. And I mentioned on the Royal Rumble review that I'd like to see Charlotte Flair take on Rhea Ripley in a rematch at WrestleMania.
And of course, Asuka has not been the best champion in her second reign. I'm sorry.
Nope.
It just nope. It has not been good. You should never take the title off her to begin with. Yeah. Never. I don't know why y'all doing this with her second run. It's just been lackluster. I kind of hope Charlotte takes it if she's the opponent. For all we know, what they could do is it's going to be a mystery opponent, and Rhea Ripley comes out, and Rhea Ripley beats Asuka, and that'll lead to another match between Asuka. I'm thinking way too out of this, but maybe it could be Rhea Ripley. I don't know.
Well, you have a good point. Cause just because, like, you're saying if Lacey Evans is legitimately pregnant, then obviously she's not going to compete. Yes. Pregnant people, they don't compete. The moment they're pregnant, boom, you ain't competing. And I've had enough of this bullshit that says that Becky Lynch wrestled while pregnant. No, she did not.
I don't think those were freaking true. If those were true, if Becky being pregnant while wrestling, they wouldn't have never let her compete. Period.
Here's the thing. WrestleMania 36 was pre-taped at the end of March. So it was a couple weeks before the actual show took place.
Yes.
Maybe afterwards she discovered she was pregnant, before the show actually aired. Because it was like, Money in the Bank and that subsequent Raw was pre-taped in the middle of April, but released at the middle of May.
Yes.
So that's why I'm like, that's where she made the announcement. So it was like, she already made the announcement a month prior before it aired. So, she was already gone.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm like, she did not wrestle pregnant. Enough with the bullshit.
Exactly. I will never understand. Of course, but she did wrestle pregnant. There's proof. Where's the proof then?
Where's the fucking proof? Yeah. Show us the fucking proof.
Exactly. They wouldn't let her, they would not, I'm telling you right now, if they would let women wrestle pregnant, you do realize the child inside would be dead by now. You don't need that.
Either that or fuck.
I'm just saying.
Or either that or no offense to Rue Lopez. Fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
In all fairness, though, congratulations to Rebecca and Colby, though, on their baby.
And they are freaking great parents, man. Like, they... Becky, she's looking, she's still doing her shtick on Twitter, though, man. She's great. I'll never forget when she did the Rumble, man. That had me dying, man. She's coming back and wrestling. Okay, one more thing before we move on. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this one more time. Becky is not showing up at WrestleMania. Becky will not be competing at WrestleMania. Becky just had a kid. Becky does not need to be competing right now. Let Becky do what she needs to do. I miss Becky as much as you guys do, but let Becky rest. Let Becky do what she needs to do.
And most importantly,
Becky alone.
And most importantly, let her be mommy.
Let Becky be mommy. Let her be mommy. That's all you need to do. Leave her alone. I don't get the rush to seeing her back. You guys know I was complaining back in 2019 when she was around, rightfully so, because they were shoving her down my throat, which I don't like. And she was champ for like longer than she needed to be. So I just don't agree with the people saying, oh, she needs to come back. She needs to come back. Why? The division the division does need her. I'm not going to lie. But, dude, give her a break. Give the poor woman a break. She wants to be mommy. Let Becky be mommy. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Same with Colby. Let Colby be daddy.
I mean, Colby's back. Seth Rollins is back now.
Yep. And cut a freaking sick pride. Oh, that bastard.
Yep. So, back to the subject at hand. Asuka, if she's defending the title, I'm just going to say that if it's a sudden mystery opponent that's out of nowhere, or if it's just some random person to pass the time, if it's on the case of a random person to pass the time, I predict Asuka to retain, but if it's the other way around, I honestly predict this other person to win the title. So, my final decision is Asuka loses the title on Sunday. Willie, go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and say she's going to lose. She's going to lose. I don't know who it's going to be to.
Yeah.
But it's time to take the title off her. It really is.
She can fucking lose it to Santina Marella or something.
Don't get them ideas. That's the last thing we need. That's the last thing we need is Santina right there. Well, that would be a guy with his title.
That'd be crazy.
But yeah, that'd be hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. But I think she'll lose. And like I said, she's just done nothing with title ever since she had it. I think the last time she defended was at Hell in a Cell, I think. No, before obviously what we had this past week at the Rumble.
Yeah, I don't even know when Asuka defended it anymore.
It was before the Rumble and all that. She defended at Hell in a Cell.
Oh yeah, wait, no. She defended against Alexa Bliss before the Royal Rumble.
Alexa, that's right, yeah.
That's the one. Okay. Yeah. Hey, maybe it could be Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss could be the opponent.
Why not? Because
I can't believe I didn't even think about that. Holy shit.
And think about it, Christian. Who eliminated Alexa Bliss from the Royal Rumble?
Rhea Ripley. Oh, I see where this is going.
Have Alexa take the title. Right there. Of course, Rhea will. Maybe we're just thinking out of our butts right now.
Could you imagine?
That makes sense now.
Yeah, could you imagine? I want to say, could you imagine Alexa in Alexa's playground with that Raw Women's Championship, playing with it like it's a toy in a sandbox? That's gonna be scary.
Even better, Christian. You know how the Fiend has his own championship, right?
Oh my God, Alexa with her own championship.
Title. Yes, give Alexa her own championship. Simple as that. Rhea Ripley, because Rhea Ripley's not been seen since the Royal Rumble. That makes a whole lot of sense. Rhea eliminated her from the Rumble. There it is. There's a story. You need a story going into WrestleMania, and that actually screams WrestleMania. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it kind of does.
I'm not gonna lie. That screams WrestleMania. I know we're 2 months away, but I don't give a crap.
Rhea Ripley ain't scared of the supernatural.
Exactly. It could be, or you could do the other way around. Rhea Ripley steps up and challenges Asuka. Rhea Ripley wins the title. Rhea Ripley holds into WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley will lose to, God forbid Charlotte. She will lose to Alexa Bliss. Literally, just do that. No Charlotte Flair. No Charlotte. I love Charlotte, but no. You do that. So I'm going to predict that Asuka loses on Sunday. It's time to tell off her.
All right. We're going to move on to the next match. The next match is a triple threat match for the United States Championship, as the champion, Bobby Lashley, is defending against Riddle yet again, and Keith Lee, apparently. And I'll be perfectly honest. Let's be perfectly honest. Bobby Lashley has been a fantastic United States champion.
Bobby Lashley is great in general. He's been fantastic as champion. Oh my gosh. What a spectacular. First of all, this dude picked up Keith Lee. My jaw dropped when this happened. This dude freaking picked up Keith Lee with ease. With ease. That's not. It's just, oh my gosh. That's not normal. It's not normal. That's superhuman strength. He picked up this dude with ease.
Yep.
With ease.
So,
Killed Riddle. He freaking killed Riddle.
Yeah. Riddle's had how many freaking title matches?
2.
Yeah.
No. 1. I think it was 1.
No, he's had more than 1.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Riddle told Keith Lee he needed to win the U.S. title. Keith Lee, he made a good point saying, dude, you've had enough title reigns. Time for somebody else to step up.
He has a point right there. No offense to Matthew Riddle.
Yep.
No offense
to him. Both of them are involved. Bobby Lashley, Keith Lee, and Riddle. This is why I'm honestly... I'm actually taking a moment to think about this one, which is actually a good thing.
Okay.
But I'm like, okay. We got Bobby Lashley, who's been a fantastic champion since Payback. We got Riddle, who's been constantly here and there.
Dang.
Yeah, he's been champion since the end of August.
God dang.
Thank God he's been great. Bobby Lashley's finally being used. Great, for once.
Been long enough.
And then you got Keith Lee, who, in my opinion, could be a credible threat to take the title off of Lashley.
Oh, yes.
Made my choice. I predict Bobby Lashley will retain the title.
Same here. I think they're going to save the moment for let's just say a different pay-per-view.
Fastlane?
No. They're going to save it for WrestleMania. They're going to give Keith Lee the title at WrestleMania. Most of these moments will be fast-tracked, pun intended, to WrestleMania, I think, because that's where the fans are returning. You have 2 nights of WrestleMania, and I think some of these stories will culminate at WrestleMania. You give the babyfaces some of their good moments at WrestleMania where the crowd's going to be there. So they're going to save a moment for some of these people at WrestleMania. So I think that Bobby Lashley will retain.
All right.
It's going to be great.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to the Elimination Chamber matches. The first one we're going to talk about is the WWE Championship on the Raw side, as Drew McIntyre will defend his title against the likes of AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and The Miz. Wait.
Hey, Christian, wait a minute. No. You have to look. You have to look at the sheet again. Did you miss the sheet up again?
Hold on. Let me take a look. It said the Miz. Oh, He's like, they could have at least given us an updated paper. This is from 2 weeks ago.
Exactly.
Oh, I see. Kofi Kingston. Wait a minute. Why did The Miz back out?
Because he says that he doesn't need to be in Elimination Chamber because he is no matter who walks out champion, I got it right the first time. No matter who walks out champion, he will walk out champion because he has the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Oh, I see this now. Here's the
Mm-hmm.
thing. Yeah, here's the thing. Miz has got to act quick because we're getting closer to Money in the Bank, and that's when that freaking briefcase expires. Because
Exactly.
he may have won it in October at Hell in a Cell, but that briefcase has been active since Otis won it in May of 2020.
Exactly.
So I'm like, Miz has like 3 months to cash that thing in.
You better hurry up, dude.
Unless he'll do it at WrestleMania, have another Seth Rollins moment.
Let's see.
But anyways, I want to take this moment and say the Drew McIntyre been a great champion, and honestly should not have lost the title to Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell. This should honestly still be his first reign from last year's Mania.
Exactly. And I understood why they did it for Randy Orton. I explained this, but just looking back on it, was just no. Then they gave it to him literally the go home show. 2 weeks before Survivor Series, which I don't know. Just looking back on it, why? This was a token to get to Randy Orton. I don't know.
It's like
But
when I
Drew's been
looked
a
at
great champ. I didn't look about their South.
when I looked at the 6 competitors who are competing inside the Elimination Chamber, in my opinion, it comes down to 3 potential winners. Because a lot of people are saying this is going to be completely obvious that McIntyre's winning. I don't see it that way, honestly. I see 3 potential ways this could end. I instantly crossed out Jeff Hardy and Kofi Kingston and AJ Styles.
Yep.
Like those 3, they ain't winning it at all. Randy Orton could be a possibility because of Royal Rumble winner Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Sheamus, possibility because of his feud with McIntyre. McIntyre, of course, because of his feud with Sheamus, so I could go either way for that. So I'm like, 1, 2, and 3. I have 3 potential winners. Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, and Sheamus. Number 3, Randy Orton. Number 2, Sheamus. Number 1, Drew McIntyre. That's my pick. Willie, what about you?
Pretty much the same thing.
I'd like to see
Sheamus
as WWE champion again.
I wouldn't mind it. It'll be temporary, but I wouldn't mind it. It makes sense going into WrestleMania.
So McIntyre could win it back and get his moment this time in front of the fans?
Yes, and this won't be ruined again
by the Miz.
Certain somebody.
By the Miz.
Yes, by the Miz.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to happen. Yeah, so that's what I'm literally talking about. I think Miz will cash in WrestleMania. It just makes sense. Who I think winning on this night? I think you have Fastlane though. You have Fastlane coming out to this pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Give Sheamus the WWE Championship. Give it to him. I don't see Randy Orton winning for one reason. I think what's going to happen is that Let's going to go out. We're going to hit the creepy music. The Fiend's returning on this night. I'm telling you right now. I'm calling it right now. Fiend's showing up. The Fiend's going to show up inside the pod with Randy Orton.
Oh my God, that would be frightening if that happened.
He's going to show. Oh, he's going to show up with Randy inside the pod, Randy Orton, and the Fiend's going to have a different mask. He's going to have a different attire, different mask. He's going to be scarier than before
because he got burned alive.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Like literally, Alexa Bliss did this satanic type ritual this past week on Raw and said he's coming. Fiend's returning. I'm calling it. Fiend's returning and costing Randy Orton.
Firefly Funhouse match at WrestleMania?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do. It's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. It's going to be cinematic. It's going to be great. I'm calling it right now. I think it's the best way to end the rivalry. Sheamus, yeah. I think Sheamus is walking out champion. I think it's the right move. No offense, Drew McIntyre. But wouldn't you want to see Drew get his moment in front of fans? I think at that point, people get tired of Drew winning the title. It'll be his third reign as WWE champion, but won't last long anyways. But you think about it as well. He'll be cashed in on by The Miz. And then by the time he gets it back again, he'll be a 4-time champion.
Unless, of course, he doesn't get it back.
Successfully. Yeah, who said that Miz cashes in is successful?
Unless McIntyre doesn't win it back after that.
Exactly. You can just move McIntyre on to different things.
But can I also bring up because I also wanted to bring up the fact that nobody in this match except for Kofi Kingston qualified for the spot.
I don't like that. I wish they had the qualifying matches again. I miss those.
However, I will say that there was, of course, the gauntlet match that always takes place before the Chamber. Only this time, it did not have much firepower.
It really didn't. I think the one with Seth Rollins was the best one. That one was great.
That was in 2018, and that match went on for an hour and 50 minutes.
Like 3 episode Raw. That took up like the first half of Raw. That was a great match.
Yeah, I remember that. It got to the point. I was like, when I was watching that episode of Raw, when that was taking place and everything, and I was like, this was a great match and everything. I was just too busy focusing on the match. I'm like, it was amazing how he went through John Cena and Roman Reigns or something.
Yep, Roman Reigns. I think Finn was in that match too. Yeah, Finn was also in that match.
But the fact that he went through John Cena and Roman Reigns in the first hour of that hour 50 minutes.
It was great, man. Just looking back on it. I was the one that made Rollins a star.
And then when it was over, here's like Raw over here on my end starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. So when it was over, I looked at the clock and it was almost 10 o'clock.
Holy crap.
I was like, what? It's almost 10 o'clock? We've done literally nothing except for this? You know, I wouldn't mind that. It reminds me of the time that Triple H said, I'll wrestle a broomstick for 2 hours on the whole walkout thing.
I wouldn't mind seeing him wrestle a broomstick. I mean, Kota Ibushi wrestled a pretty blow-up doll in Japan, so, I mean, anything can happen in wrestling.
I'll wrestle a broomstick for 2 hours. Well, we just saw a nearly 2-hour match. 2019, there was the gauntlet, the whole gauntlet situation with Kofi Kingston, and I was like, whoa.
I remember that year, man. Like, I was thinking to myself, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing Kofi. I said it as a joke also. Little did I know what was coming. I'm like, you know what? Kofi Kingston's WWE champion. Imagine.
It's like,
little did I freaking know what was to come.
Yeah, gauntlet matches and those times were actually showcasing a potential star being given a push and everything. Except for 2020 at Super Showdown. Remember the R-Truth? R-Truth is actually making it through that gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually like, oh shit, is he actually going to win this thing? I mean, I know it's a trophy from Saudi Arabia, but is he actually going to win this thing?
That would have been funny. Not gonna lie.
That would have been him taking on The Undertaker at the end.
You were trying to make The Undertaker laugh. Okay, I'm gonna laugh and freaking funny.
Yeah, The Undertaker's great to be in character, but R-Truth's pretty much the master at making people break character.
This dude made Brock Lesnar.
Put R-Truth in the freaking Hall of Fame because he deserves it.
Please do. Please do. The guy's freaking great and very talented. Anyways, we're getting off track.
So, like, I believe Drew McIntyre will retain, and you believe Sheamus will win the title.
I think Sheamus will be the one taking the WWE Championship. I don't see any other way out of this. Drew could retain. I'm going to accept Drew retains, but it just makes sense for Sheamus to walk out champion. Miz will. What one could see happening is Drew's going to reach the end. Drew's going to reach the end. Of course, Randy Orton's not winning because I said the Fiend's showing up. Jeff Hardy's not winning. AJ Styles isn't winning. Did I leave anybody out?
Kofi Kingston.
Kofi certainly isn't winning.
Yeah, he had his
and
time.
That's it. Kofi had his run. I wouldn't mind seeing Jeff Hardy. Damn. Jeff Hardy, in my opinion, deserves another run.
I still remember Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan's the final two in the Chamber in 2019. They went on for almost 20 minutes.
Just imagine, the crowd was hyped on that night, dude. Like, they were listening for Kofi, man. I legitimately on that night thought Kofi was going to win the title. But, of course, Daniel Bryan did say no. So, there was that. Yeah, on this night, I think Sheamus will walk out WWE champion. I think there'll be a tease of a cash-in from The Miz. But I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah. Sheamus is walking out champion.
All right. That being said, we're going to move on to the next Chamber match. As we know, this is for a Universal Championship match. And one would think this is for a Universal title match at WrestleMania or anything. But unfortunately, no. It's actually for a Universal title match that same night against Roman Reigns. And when I first heard about that, I was like, wait, why isn't Roman competing inside the Chamber? I mean, initially that was going to be the plan.
Yes.
Of course, Paul Heyman says, like, oh, Roman's contract says he has to defend at the event, but not necessarily inside the structure. And I'm
then
like, Adam Pearce should have said, hey, I'm the guy who makes the matches around here, and I make the rules here, so shut the fuck up. Allow me to do what I want. I don't even care if Roman gets in my face anymore. I'm his boss. He may be the head of the table, but here's the thing. I'm the head of this table. Adam Pearce should honestly say that. I'm the head of this table on SmackDown.
I'm enjoying Adam Pearce as a character on TV. Originally, I was like, why are we having authority figures back? Didn't y'all say that there was no authority figures? Weren't we the authority, WWE? But nowadays, it's like, oh, okay, this guy is coming to his own as a character on TV, and I'm actually enjoying him. Like, he's great.
Yeah.
I should bring up the GM roles. It's kind of his dream role. What's up? He's great.
But the fact that he's given in,
Reigns,
the fact that he's given in to Roman and Paul Heyman and everything is just getting annoying now.
Like, it's kind of getting annoying in hindsight because it's like, why you keep getting involved in their business? It's really annoying. Really annoying.
So, as we know, we got Adam Pearce said that Jey Uso and Kevin Owens immediately qualified because he feels like they deserve it. The rest are going to earn their spots. And how that worked was, first off, in 2 different tag team matches, we had the tag team champions, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, taking on Cesaro and Daniel Bryan. And we also had King Corbin and Sami Zayn taking on Rey and Dominic Mysterio. These 2 tag team matches determine who to take the final 4 spots inside the Elimination Chamber. In the first one, we had King Corbin and Sami Zayn earn their spots against the Mysterios. And then we had Cesaro and Daniel Bryan earn their spots in. If I'm being perfectly honest, as much as I love King Corbin and kind of dislike Sami Zayn, I think I would have loved to see Rey and Dominic in the chamber to see if they would go at each other.
Dominic in the Elimination Chamber. Okay, I wouldn't mind that. That would have been something intriguing, but, Dominic really hasn't done anything since coming here that much. I mean, thank God they've gotten rid of that Seth Rollins angle. I hope to God they have, because that's been interesting. Yeah. Seth Rollins is on another freaking path. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what he's doing. But, actually, I think I'll talk about Seth Rollins at the end, because I think something's going to happen. Because I got a prediction. Anyways, as I was saying, Daniel Bryan and Cesaro there.
Actually, go ahead and give your Seth Rollins prediction.
No, because it involves the winner of this match, of who I think is going to win the chamber.
Oh, so you believe that Seth Rollins?
Yeah, Seth is going to. Yeah, Seth is showing up to screw the winner out.
Okay,
but I got a feeling he's going to win the match.
Okay, I get it now. So he'll be the one to take on Roman Reigns in the last match?
Yes, I think the winner will get screwed out by Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is showing up to screw the winner out.
Yeah.
Because he wants revenge.
But I would say, if I'm going to say, like, who would you, honestly, out of the 6 participants, Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Daniel Bryan, who are the 3 that have a better chance of winning?
Kevin Owens, Bryan, and Cesaro.
Yeah, I don't see Jey Uso doing this again because, honestly, he's full on Roman's side now.
He is. Well, that would be intriguing. I'm not gonna lie. Roman will probably just tell him to lay down. Literally, that's all he'll do. Lay down. I'm the head of the table.
King Corbin, Sami Zayn, I believe they're the filler.
They'll be destroyed if that's the case. Yeah. They were in the main event. Roman. They'll be destroyed.
Cesaro, perhaps a good chance of doing it. Daniel Bryan, perhaps as well. Kevin Owens honestly seems like, again, the big one again.
Yeah. But I guess I'll see my prediction. I think it's going to win.
All right.
Let's see. Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's like my 3rd. I could see Bryan winning it because it kind of makes sense because there were rumors back, I believe in December, about him facing Roman Reigns for Universal Championship. They'll probably say that for a later date. I don't see Roman losing that title, even at WrestleMania. That's just me.
Hell no.
Not even close. Kevin Owens, it makes sense. It makes sense storyline-wise, blah, blah, blah. Moving on. My pick to win the chamber is Cesaro.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. That's a nice one.
He's on a freaking roll right now. That's who I'm picking to win the chamber.
Okay.
And he's going to go face Roman. We'll talk about that when we get to that match. But I do think Cesaro is winning. That's my pick. He's on a roll, man. Look at him.
I'll be honest. I don't really think it's going to matter to who wins the chamber match in the end because we all know who's winning the Universal title match. But we'll get to that in a moment. Yeah. But I'm going to say, are you ready to hear my pick to who I think's going to win? I pick Daniel Bryan.
I wouldn't mind that. My boy D. Bryan again, after getting freaking screwed over in the Royal Rumble. Damn you, Seth Rollins. I'm not getting over that. I'm still not yet. I'm not over that.
Well, he didn't get screwed or anything. That was a valid legal.
He didn't get screwed.
That was fair.
Yeah, he didn't get screwed. But I was just like so disappointed. I was like, no, screw you, Seth. But that was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
I guarantee Seth Rollins was laughing at you, Willie, because you remember after he eliminated Bryan, he's like, ha 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 ha.
Exactly. I was like,
I guarantee he was laughing at all the major Daniel Bryan fans.
And I'm one of them, so he was probably laughing at me.
Yeah. So you pick Cesaro, I pick Daniel Bryan. I guarantee, like, the big favorite, I think, is going to be Kevin Owens, so they can have another big thing with him and Reigns, even though I don't think they can top what happened at TLC or the Royal Rumble.
I don't want the match again. You're gonna. It's already run dry. Please, no more. No more. They'll probably do it anyways.
Yeah.
But I think
with that being said, folks. With that being said, folks, we are going to move on to the last match of the night. The Universal Championship, Roman Reigns will defend against the SmackDown Elimination Chamber winner, and Roman Reigns is going to win.
Roman Reigns is going to win. Enough said. Roman Reigns is going to win. And this is where I lead to what I was about to say. Roman Reigns is going to win on my end. I already picked Cesaro to win. Roman Reigns is going to win because Seth Rollins is going to screw out my pick, Cesaro. It kind of makes sense. I mean, because Cesaro walked out on Seth Rollins after Seth Rollins was doing whatever on SmackDown, I guess preaching. Came out, did his babyface shtick. He came back with... Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, I predicted Burn It Down would come back. Because I put it out in November because people were saying that Seth has new theme music. Apparently, there is new theme music on the way for Seth. But he came back with Burn It Down. I predicted it. So, yay. Nothing I predicted. Good job, WWE. Where's my royalty checks? Where's my royalty checks?
Yeah, folks, that's it. Because, well, there's literally nothing to say about the Universal title match.
There's really nothing. Roman Reigns is retaining. Yeah. I don't care who's winning.
Not freaking
I don't care who's winning the chamber match. Is winning.
But ladies and gentlemen, of course, that concludes our predictions to the Elimination Chamber. And let's do a quick callback. Remember what happened last year when we were done the Elimination Chamber predictions? We immediately shouted, Shayna Baszler's going to win, and then we all just left.
Oh my gosh.
I still remember that. We talked about that. It's like we moved to the final match of the night, and there was still like 15 seconds. There was only 15 seconds of the podcast remaining. I guarantee fans, if they looked at the time frame, they're like, wait, this event's almost over. They still got one more match to talk about. But then we just all shout, Shayna Baszler's going to win. Shayna Baszler's going to win. Shayna Baszler's going to win. And then, of course, you're like, thank you very much. Goodbye. And then the video just cut.
Exactly what we said. Because it was a no-brainer at the time.
Yeah.
Everyone in that match was a free. Literally, if you haven't watched the match, Shayna destroyed everybody. Everybody. I still hear the sound of Liv Morgan's head banging against the freaking the cage and all that. God dang. And the pod door.
And you also noticed something interesting. We got no women's Elimination Chamber this year.
That's another gripe from the fans this year. Why aren't the women getting a chamber match? You do realize that there's barely any women right now in storyline. You do realize that, right? I just want to make sure because we really, in my opinion, we don't really need a women's chamber this year. Call me whatever you want in the comments. Oh, you're a sexist and all that stuff. You don't like the women. No. Look at the landscape of the women right now. There's nobody right now. Oh, but Asuka defend her title inside the chamber against who? Against her one opponent? Oh my god, that'd be freaking cool. A one-on-one Elimination Chamber match. Basically a Hell Cell. Whatever. Anyways, I don't know how to explain it. I kind of do, but at the same time, it's like I'm not really upset there's not going to win Women's Chamber.
Basically, we just don't need one right now.
Yeah, we don't need one. We don't need Women's Chamber right now. There's not enough star power. Say whatever you want in the comments below. There's no women's star power right now. There's not. Lacey Evans is out. Sasha Banks is champion. And I don't. Is she defending her freaking title? I don't think so. Watch them announce something on SmackDown.
This was just not crazy, but I can see her defending the title against Reginald.
Watch them do it. Chris, you know how they freaking announce match when we're usually done.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I'm predicting. Sasha Banks will defend her freaking championship. No matter who she defends against, she's gonna freaking retain. I know you're watching, WWE. I know you're watching. So whoever Sasha Banks defends her title against, she's gonna retain. Enough said. But my opinion on no women's chamber match, it is what it is. No need to cry over it.
Yeah,
seriously.
Okay.
It's simple as that. Like, win some, you lose some. Plus, cards are as stacked as ever. Like, seriously, look at the card.
Yep, I think
Is-
we'll be.
is-
I think we'll be all right. Here's the thing: I've got a lot of good faith, and here's the thing: and if we end up coming back next week for the Elimination Chamber review and the event sucked, then we'll talk about how the fact it sucked.
Exactly. Whether it's good or bad, like this week, of course, we came back with what we had from TakeOver, and it was good.
Yep.
Hopefully the Chamber's going to be good. Chamber's going to be good. I'm hoping going into the show, and I have optimistic stuff. But we'll see what happens when we go into it. And hopefully a few losers will be along with us next week. Who knows?
Bingo was his name-o.
You know what's up, man.
So with how this is going to work, folks, next week we'll do the Elimination Chamber review. Then we're going to be, there's going to be no Losers Lounge podcast for 3 weeks because that reminds me, I need to quickly point this out. Ladies and gentlemen, on Thursday, March the 4th, I am undergoing another jaw surgery. So
And Doug.
I'm undergoing a jaw surgery on March the 4th. It will take me a few weeks to get fully recovered from this. So the good thing is Fastlane is on March 21st. I think I might be able to be fully recovered enough to do the podcast, but if I'm not, I'll talk with Ryan and Willie, and I'll say, you guys can go ahead and set up the podcast without me, then Ryan could just send the podcast to me, and I'll get it done for you. But we're going to try to get the podcasts out for you guys, even if I have to take a sabbatical.
Mm-hmm. No matter what happens, we'll still be here.
Yep.
Of course, 2-man band with me and myself and Chris. We had fun. And, of course, we missed our fellow losers. Of course, Connor, Kels, and Ryan. I hope you guys are listening, obviously. We hope you guys are safe. And all of you guys in Texas, man, we're hoping you guys pull through this. It's crazy as heck out there. And just don't anger Mother Nature again. Just don't anger Mother Nature. And that's what happens. You pissed off Elsa, as Christian said at the beginning.
Yeah.
And she let it go in the place. I give it credit, man. Like, I've been waiting for snow. I gotta be honest here. Over here in my state, it's been pretty just bare. And I remember a few weeks ago, we had a tornado here. And that was trending all over the freaking states and all that stuff. We had a tornado here a few weeks ago. And got to do some help over there. Got to help out and clearage, all that stuff. We did some donating and all that stuff for all the families and all that. That was great. Then we got 3 weeks later, friggin' snow. And but that's already gone. That was gone by the end of the day. So it was great to have snow, though. It was really weird because I remember waking up, because I wake up really early in the morning. I woke up, I look out the window, it's like, what? Is it snow? It's like, oh my God, yay! So we got snow. That was pretty cool. What you guys in Texas have and all over the states, what you guys have, man, that's crazy as heck. We were pulling for you guys. And we hope you guys are staying safe out there and staying warm. And I heard that, of course, Texas, of course, there's no power apparently for these people. That's crazy.
Well, it's not for everybody in Texas. It's in some places.
Okay, well, that's a good sign.
However, millions are affected with no power, and it's sad.
It really is. Just hope you guys are staying safe out there, man. It's crazy. You'll pull through this. You will pull through this. Don't you worry. And that's all I gotta say, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to enjoy the Elimination Chamber this upcoming Sunday. And don't forget to be back here for next week on the Losers Lounge podcast as we review the show. And hopefully the Double R Rice to Ryan, maybe Connor Riley, depending on if he's able to come back, will be able to return for the podcast and talk the Chamber with us. Especially Ryan. He missed us, and he's been trying to get back. He went from fighting a cold to fighting the literal cold.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's actually a funny way of putting it. Ryan fighting a physical cold, and then he's fighting the literal cold outside.
Exactly.
God, Rice to Ryan just can't catch a break. 2021, give him a break.
Give freaking Ryan a break. God dang.
Give us our losers back so we can enjoy ourselves.
Exactly. Hopefully there's an episode where all 5 of us are on here.
Thank you.
One day, so.
That'd be nice. That'd be great. It'd be the first time in a couple years. But, it's okay. If it happens, it happens. Mm-hmm. There we go. But Heel Balor, you know what to do.
We're the losers, and this is our freaking lounge. And take care, guys. Stay safe out there, man.